there, my name's Fatima. I'm coming to you from Richmond, BC, and I'm here to help you build your immune system.
Hey, I am Fred. I am a chef, and I live in North Vancouver, BC.
Hi everyone, my name is John, and I'm a dad to 2 great kids, and I'm in Vancouver.
Do you feel sleepy?
Yeah, it's been such a long day, you know?
It's been a long day. It's been a long week.
It
Kids get
has.
on my nerves now.
Yeah. So how y'all?
It is a long week, I have to admit, you know. And do you know, I'm wondering, you know, all these people that are stuck at home right now and were the ones who were working really hard, long hours and stressful jobs. Now they're home doing nothing. I'm wondering if it improves, if they get better at sleeping better. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
wonder.
definitely think so, but I think maybe the first 2 or 3 days they might have been just like, what are we supposed to do with ourselves?
True. And then, it's difficult to say, but I mean, because sleep is so important for your immune system to work at its optimum. Without sleep, I always praise eating well, exercising, taking good quality nutritional supplements, and sleeping.
Yeah, sleep is huge. I mean, without a good night's sleep, where it's like at least 6 to 8 hours a day, you're not functioning. Your immune system is not fighting the way it should be, because what happens is when we're sleeping, our body actually repairs itself. And if we don't allow ourselves to sleep, well, guess what? Our stress levels go through the roof. That means we're more susceptible to viruses. We're more susceptible to colds, diseases, and all these other things that we can easily control. It looks like we're all just falling asleep because we enjoy our sleep so much.
I do. And I go to bed, I put my head down on the pillow and I sleep, and I don't wake up. There could be noise, nothing. I don't wake up. I get up in the morning and, did you hear this? Did you know what happened? I'm like, nope.
No.
Earthquake? Nope.
And another thing, I mean, well, John's wide awake. He's wide awake.
Yeah, he is wide awake. It makes me feel wide awake right now.
But you know, they say like with your phone, a lot of times now people have, you know, phones, laptops, iPads in their rooms. Well, guess what? That is actually one of the fastest way to stay awake. You're not actually getting your sleep because now your email notification goes off. You got to check it right away. Well, my rule is actually, even before all this, is I don't allow any electronics in my room. The only thing I have is my phone, and that's for my alarm. But other than that, I don't have anything. And I put it on, first of all, I put it on do not disturb, so no one can disturb me from between 10 to 7, unless I call them.
I do the same, and I love it.
It's great.
You know, good thing also is to turn it onto, I'm sure you all do it, but turn it onto airplane mode, because what happens is that airplane mode takes away some of the, first of all, supposedly if you hear about like the radiation and all that stuff, supposedly it cuts it down. Use the blue light filter as well on your phone.
I didn't know that.
If you use the blue light filter, I think most phones like the iPhones and the Androids, they have a setting on your phone where you can set it so that the screen kind of gives you that amber effect. And you can adjust how that kind of comes on, but it kind of helps your eyes. I mean, we're not supposed to be using our phones too late into the night, but you know, if you do once in a while, read a book, or if you're, you know, talking to someone on a video call somewhere. But yeah, the blue light helps a lot, or unless you use blue light filter glasses. But you know, anything like what Fatima is saying is just eliminate things that prevents you from falling asleep, like the interruptions, right? Turn off your what do you call it, the notifications on your phone, so that it's not pinging. It's not pinging. You know, once in a while, sometimes there's times where I'm about to go to sleep and my phone's going ping, 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 and they're coming in constantly, and it's going till 1 or 2 in the morning, and that kind of, subconsciously it's keeping you awake, and that's interrupting your was it rapid eye movement sleep, which
Yeah,
is deep
the
sleep.
REM. So
REM, yeah.
not a lot of people know about this, right?
Mhm.
And I think Fatima has fallen asleep.
Yeah, and
I
another
think
thing too is to what I do, at least for my kids, just to make sure that they're not on the phone because they have their own phones, is I think most internet providers you can set the data so that my kids' phone turn off at 9 p.m. So they're not under the covers, upstairs in their room on their phones. You can shut down their Wi-Fi so there's no way of getting on the phone. So that just
fair
kind of
enough.
helped, So I know
There's
for
a
sure
point
that.
where
That was
there's a point where you.
amazing.
What did I miss? There's
What
a
did I
point
miss?
where when your kid is old enough, you can't really control this anymore, and but you can only he knows, like my son knows, and that it's no good to have it all night, and
Mhm.
you can only be the example.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard. I mean, it's hard to because we're so tied into our phones and our electronics and everything like that. But I think, if we, I think everyone knows if you put your sleep off for too long, you're gonna suffer. It just kind of compounds. You don't
That's
sleep
right.
well for 3 4 days, and then you'll end up ending your week off, and Friday doesn't. Then that's it's like a vicious cycle. Everyone's so wrapped up in work and staying up and trying to fit everything into their day. By the time it gets to the weekend, they want to catch up on sleep, right? But as we know, sometimes our weekends even more busy than during the weekdays, and so
True,
we
and
go back into Monday and we're so drained.
that's right. We call that the sleep debt, right?
Sleep
And
debt.
that it doesn't work. If you're supposed to sleep 6 to 8 hours a day, and then you sleep like 4, and in the weekend you sleep 20, it's okay, but it is not going to fix the long-term problems of not sleeping well.
No, and
Mhm.
it
And
also. Sorry, go ahead.
at the immune system level, your immune system needs sleep in order to function properly.
Mhm.
That's right. And
It's just,
not
it's,
only
it's,
just your immune system, but also like if you've had any injuries or anything, when you're sleeping, that's when your body's repairing itself, to get back to its proper optimal health. And now when
That's right.
you're not sleeping correct properly, and you're not getting the, quality REM sleep, well, guess what? You're now starting to grabbing like the sugary foods. You want all the sugary foods because you want to be able to stay awake. But if you actually stay away from that, and like John said, it's all a ripple effect. Everything is then
Mhm.
affected. Your immune system is affected, your mindset is affected, your personality is affected. Everything takes a toll. Everything comes down to like how you're sleeping.
So what do you guys recommend if someone isn't getting the quality sleep? I know a lot of friends who work shift work. Like even my brother, he works. I wouldn't call it graveyard, but he's close to graveyard shifts. So how would you guys recommend someone who's not getting the required 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, or they're
um,
getting
I
bad
would
quality
say
sleep?
I would recommend naps, like a 20-minute nap in the morning, another 20-minute nap in the afternoon, and that
Mhm.
really does miracle. Sometimes I take uh, 5 minutes, just a 5 minute shutdown. It's amazing the difference it makes.
Yeah, those naps are actually, they say the naps are huge because they supercharge your body. They say you need about 20 minutes just to supercharge.
I guess
And
so.
that,
That's what they call power naps, right? They're
yeah,
power napping.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, put the alarm on, because sometimes if I don't put my alarm on, I wake up and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's dinner time already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
that's
and
when
that sucks a bit.
that's when you know you need sleep. Like I've had days myself where I'm sitting in front of the computer working, and next thing you know, I'm like,
Yeah,
and my wife comes in and wakes me up, and it is dinner time, and I've been sleeping for 40 minutes with my head back on my
yeah,
chair. So, that's when you're really tired. So that's kind of a sign from your body that you do need to, you know, give yourself some rest.
yeah.
It's also a sign that you're lacking some nutrients, because I find that when I'm really, really tired, I'm actually lacking iron. So sleep
Yeah.
tells us a lot
True.
about what's happening with our body. If we
How about
don't
how about
sleep,
for um how about for people who just can't get the sleep, they get quality sleep. Like anybody uses any kind of like, they say drinking milk beforehand, or um, definitely don't drink coffee or caffeine, take caffeine beforehand. But um, anybody kind of have or have used like sleeping pills or
Oh,
melatonin or anything like that?
I know people that have used sleeping pills. It makes them sleep, but you give them a shitty day the next day.
Yeah.
Like, I have helped few people with just going with melatonin. What's good about melatonin is it it for me. Let's say I give you an example. For me as a chef, before I would wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning, and I have a notepad next to my bed, and this is when I come up with ideas super the day, who I need to hire, who I need to talk to, what do I need to do the next day. It's constantly on my mind, and I find that melatonin gives me a night's sleep where I don't wake up, don't think about those things, and I wake up in the morning, I have a better concentration, uh, better quality of mind, gives me a better day. Better sleep gives me a better day, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing. People wake up with so many thoughts on their mind. They wake up in the middle of the night to try to
That's right.
remember things, and it happens to me all the
It's
time.
go go
And
go in the morning, right?
yeah, just remember things to do for the kids the next day, or what do I need to prepare for the week.
So what I sometimes do, because I've got a very overactive mind a lot of times, I will actually have a notebook beside me. So if there's something that's on my mind, I'll quickly write it down. Then that way it's out of mind. I don't
That's right.
get
You can
it.
let it out.
It's gone. And then, in the morning, it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is what I was thinking about. I can get to it in the morning. At least that way I'm allowing myself that time to sleep. And there have been times where I have had to take the melatonin because my mind is so overly active and I'm just going crazy trying to calm my mind. And so I'll take this melatonin, which actually has helped me get the sleep. It's not addictive, and it's all natural uh, forms, which is great.
Yeah, that's the thing, is some people don't realize that just because you're sleeping, your body's getting the rest, but your mind is not,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you got to
Yeah.
make sure that both are getting the required rest that it needs. With people again going to shift work, or people who work graveyard, it's hard because your body naturally wants to sleep when it's nighttime, and when you're forcing your body to change those circadian rhythms, that's when your body naturally knows when to sleep, when to wake up, without an alarm clock. It really messes up sometimes people's health, because your body's like off sync, right? Like you're supposed to be sleeping at night, but now you're working. And then now when it's sunny, you come home, you want to go out, but now you have to force yourself to sleep. So, and then that, coincides with when they eat, you're eating when your body thinks it should be sleeping. So I think sometimes that messes people up as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we've had some really great conversation here, and of course I fell asleep, but I enjoyed my quick nap that I had. But it is definitely time for us to call it a wrap, and hope you guys have been enjoying it. We will see you in our
And
next video. Bye, guys.
bye, guys.